Hi guys, welcome back to Strictly Hoops. I'm Hudson.
I'm Nick.
I'm Griffin.
So starting off with high schoolers, some really good matchups this weekend.
Yeah, it was the state tournament this weekend. The first matchup was Creighton Prep versus Bell West.
Yeah, devastating loss by Prep there. I mean, we were up 6 with about 2 minutes to go, and we end up losing by 6. I mean,
Gave up
terrible.
Gave up
They-
12 points.
12 points in a row.
Yeah,
And they only had one fourth quarter point, so
yeah.
hard to win.
And the next game was Central versus Omaha North. Central wins that game 72-62. Daleron Thomas had 32 points. He's had a great season for them.
Yeah, he was amazing for them that season, and I feel like he should be getting more attention from college coaches because he can put up big numbers, and he's a really good and crafty guard.
Yeah, he makes tough shots.
Yeah, great shooter. Third game of the tournament was Miller North versus Gretna. Miller North wins 61-54. Gretna was up 15 early in the first half and then blew their lead and lost.
That cannot be happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not a good mark on on Gretna's reputation for basketball. It's not.
Then the last game of the first round was Westside versus Lincoln Southeast. Westside won 60-51.
Yeah, I mean, no surprise there. I think Lincoln Southeast just came up short, and I think that's kind of what everybody expected there.
Yeah, I didn't see Lincoln Southeast doing too good in the tournament anyways. I think they beat Prep, but
I think that was a fluke. I don't think I didn't think that was very.
Then the second round, Central versus Bell West. Bell West wins 62-54.
yeah, Bell West, they're a great team, hard to beat.
Yeah, hard to beat, and I got to give all props to Central. Like they had a great season,
Great
and
season.
yeah, and there's no embarrassment, no shying away from there.
And then the other game, Westside versus Miller North. Miller North wins in OT by 2, 50-48. Close game the whole game.
Jeez, that's a great game.
That was probably the best game of the state tournament, and I mean, kind of disappointing for West Side, but I think most people expected Miller North to win and probably win by a larger margin than they actually did. But
yeah, I didn't expect Westside to even take it to overtime.
Well,
Yeah.
Westside had the ball with a couple seconds left with a chance to hit a shot, and then they turned it over
yeah,
to lose.
I can't be doing that.
yeah, just
And
disappointing way to end the season, honestly.
Yeah. Then the championship game, Bell West versus Miller North. Bell West ended up winning that one 57-48. They were down 7 at halftime. They just started off the second half hot and ended up winning.
Yeah, at one point, Miller North was up by like 12 points even. So
Yeah, I mean that's great championship season for Bell West there. That's back to back,
Yeah.
and they're really establishing themselves as like the top basketball program in the Nebraska.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then going into college basketball, some pretty good upsets lately actually. So Washington, they beat number 18 Washington State, and Washington's unranked. They beat them 74-68. So that was a great game.
Cora and Johnson had 23 points for them.
Yeah, that's good numbers. And then another huge upset. Kansas State beat number 6 Iowa State 65-58. And Kaluma, formerly from Creighton, he had 23 points for Kansas State.
Yeah, that's a great show out for Kaluma. I mean, he was playing well all game. He's crushing the boards, and it's good to see him making some noise at K-State. I think people kind of thought it was a mistake for transferring, but I mean, maybe now is looking like the right decision.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Kansas, they have not been doing too good at all. Number 1 Houston, they blew out Kansas 76-46.
By
Yeah.
30 points is crazy.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous. I mean Kansas has kind of got to get together here because they need to figure something out before going. I will know that they've had some player injuries. I know Hunter Dickinson and one other is out right now, but they just need to get something together. They need to solidify themselves as a team and really move forward.
And if you want to be a top 15 team, even though it's the number 1 team, you still got to be somewhat close.
yeah, you got to put up a fight at least.
Kansas is not looking good heading into the conference tournament.
Yeah, they lost to Baylor and Houston. So, yeah. And then number 15 Kentucky beats number 4 Tennessee 85-81. Really close game. Kentucky, they're always on and off.
Yeah, they've kind of had a off and on type of season, like you said, Hudson, and yeah, Rob Billingham's really been a key center focal point for that team, and
Yeah,
A
he's
lot
been
of-
really
Yeah.
getting their offense.
Yeah,
for them.
it's going to be really interesting to see how they end up in the in March Madness, and yeah.
And there was some really high scoring. Dalton Necht for Tennessee had 40 points and they still couldn't win. And then Antonio Reeves and Reed Shepard, they each had 27 points for Kentucky. So that's probably what pulled away the win.
Yeah. I mean, Reed Shepard just been really going nuts.
He's
and
been a great rookie for them. Had a great rookie season.
yeah, he's been incredible.
He won SEC Rookie of the Year in the SEC conference.
And
Yeah.
there's another huge game. Number 7 North Carolina, they beat number 9 Duke 84-79. So I think that was a good game for Duke and North Carolina because
Yeah,
kept it close. And then Cormac Ryan had 31 points for UNC. So
yeah.
great game.
I mean, huge win for UNC. That rivalry there, that's old as time, and
Sweeped them on the season. North Carolina swept Duke on the season.
yeah. I
won
mean,
both games.
yeah, UNC is really solidifying themselves as like one of the top teams in the country, and they're going to be a really hard team to beat in conference play or in conference tournament and the overall like NCAA tournament.
Yeah. And then USC, huge upset, beat number 5 Arizona. So that was a really good win for them going into the tournament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by a decent amount too. I mean, 13 points. That's they're making a statement there.
Pretty big win for them.
Yeah, Arizona's got to pull something together there.
And then last night, number 21 St. Mary's beats number 17 Gonzaga 69-60. Great game for St. Mary's.
Yeah, and
They're looking to be a 7 seed in the March Madness, but I think they could
Yeah.
pull out some good wins in March Madness.
I wasn't
Yeah.
surprised by that win at all. Honestly, like Gonzaga over the past like year, their basketball program's kind of been declining, and so that they need to figure something out there. I mean, Ryan Nemhard's been good for them, but they need to kind of get it together.
yeah, not too much going on in the NBA, but there's a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so Anthony Davis put up like historical numbers, and he had the first ever 25, 5 and 5 stat line, first ever do it, and then Rudy Gobert was fined $100K. He was making gestures at the refs.
Oh, after they lost in overtime to the Cavs.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
yeah. Final score was 113 to 104.
And in overtime, they just blew them out. They still ended up being 113 to 104.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a pretty decent margin for overtime. But the game's evolving. Like, I can't remember who said it the other day, but somebody said that 20 points is the new 12 points, and that it's becoming a lot more easier to score and a lot more easier to like come back from large deficits in the NBA.
Yeah, wrapping it up, like a week ago,
Yeah.
LeBron
Over
hit 40,000.
Yeah, most notable thing of the week. Yeah, LeBron got 40,000 points. I mean, that's huge historical stat for him, and it's gonna be fun continuing to watch him. However much longer he plays, just continue to like break records and put up crazy numbers for how old he is.
That's
No-
pretty much for us, though.
No one's ever gonna get to 40K in a while.
Yeah, I can't
Right.
see that record be broken for years to come, if ever.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Good for us. Bye. You end it? Solid?
That was solid.